Hi. Welcome to Typography, the show where a bunch of homies have 1 month to make one video off of one topic, all interspliced together in chaos for our own enjoyment. This month's theme: enjoy. So, a lot of people have been asking me, and you might be inquisiting upon this yourself, why Mongolia? That's a great and reasonable question. Me and the team, we were just trying to think of, what our next topic would be for this video, and we decided upon the idea that we wanted to do a country and a culture that none of us knew about, and we wanted to explore it, learn about it, and find inspiration and make art to show you. We get to learn, we get to entertain.
I don't know anything about Mongolia. I saw them once in Physical 100 Asia, and that's about it. I don't quite know what else is involved with it. I know it's a country, that's very important, that we know it's a country. Is it cold there, or is it heat like nightmare? I don't know where it is in the cross sections of a map. Where is Mongolia? Where is Mongolia? Who is Mongolia? Why is Gomorrah? That's about all I know. Does it rain or does it snow? Am I permitted to go? I hope. Am I allowed to smoke dope? Has it been used in TV for a multitude of generations as a trope? What kind of rope do they use? Do they use rope to wear it, or do they use it to climb stuff? I don't know. And that's about all I know.
Here's some fun facts about Mongolia. Temperatures can swing by as much as 35 degrees in a day, and their capital, Ulaanbaatar, is called the coldest capital city in the world.
Yo, are you good, bro?
I'm really fucking dizzy.
Oh.
Alright.
So while I was learning about Mongolia, learning all these facts and talking to people about what I've learned, there was one fact that always came back that people just found so interesting that I was like, okay, if this is what is catching people's attention, then I think this is what needs to be made into art. So here's how it goes. When Mongolia was doing their great conquest of the world, certain factions would go into battle on camels instead of horseback. So as they would ride into battle on camel, the soldiers on horseback, their horses became disoriented, confused, disobeying commands from the soldiers, and it made it way easier for the Mongols to conquer because of this interesting fact. Horses are scared of camels.
Mongolia has about as many horses as people, with about a quarter still living a nomadic lifestyle.
Hey guys, welcome back to season 2. This month's theme is Mongolia. Okay. So we're gonna make a Mongolian cocktail. Scrounged up some stuff for that. Haven't made it at all. I came up with ingredients 10 minutes ago, so it might be fucking good, dude. I don't.
Spoon, spoon. Spoon.
That's weird. Why is that? It's so weird that something that is not a natural predator would be afraid of something.
What we're working with today for this cocktail, we got vodka, yogurt, Jaeger, blueberry syrup that I made. Yeah.
So I learned this information. I have to Google it. I have to fact check it, and it seems pretty true. Horses are not familiar with camels and how they smell, with how they look, and they just have this bias towards them, instinctual, and it's weird.
First thing we're starting out with is going to be 1.5 of vodka. Should be pretty good. So the reason we're doing the vodka and yogurt is because of Mongolia's famous drink, which is fermented milk and alcohol. We don't have any horses here to jerk off, so I had made Blade travel to the store and jerk off a horse for me. So we got some nice yogurt from that. We did vodka, we did 1/4 of Jaeger. I'm gonna say 1/2 of blueberry should be good. Oh yeah.
So then I find a TikTok of this sweet lady who has a farm, and on her farm she had horses. Eventually got a camel and introduced the camel to the horses, and the horses were not with it. They did not like this camel, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna put the TikTok in the description so you can see it. But as the camel was, with the horses and lived with them for a while, over time they became friends. They were like cuddling and like it's adorable. It's so cute. And I'm looking at this and I'm just like, this is beautiful. Like, this is like how humans are, and like how we evolved and whatnot, to where we see things and we're afraid of them, the unknown. We don't know it, and yet the more closer we get to it, the more we try to understand it, the more clear that thing is. The fear is gone, and you actually embrace that thing, whatever it may be.
Next up, just a dash of true lemon. Really get that citrus there for that yogurt. All right, we got ingredients in the shaker. Next thing, we're gonna shake that up before we add the yogurt. Yeah. Put a little ice in there. Yummers.
You said I jerked off a horse.
So I made my art piece about this. So what it is it is a giant energy of light, kind of going back to the last video, showing what we all are, this thing that we can't understand. And when you are far away from it, it's just this ball of energy, crazy light, chaotic, a little scary, a little weird, unknown. But as you walk closer to it, it transforms and becomes a camel. This thing that you fear, this thing that seems so unknown, it's just a camel. We're all just camels, y'all. And if you're interested on how the art piece works, it is just a touch designer file that uses blob tracking using a camera like this one, and it is just tracking the x-axis of where I am via blob tracking. That information goes into the whole transformation of the camel, just if you wanted to know.
common drink is called airag, a fermented mare's milk popular with herders with slight alcohol that still fizzes when poured.
Now we got that all mixed up. We're gonna strain that into a little rocks glass right here. Gorgeous. Next up, I'm gonna top that off with a little cream of the horse, a little cream of the cow. Now we're just gonna layer that nicely on top there. Gorgeous. Lamb. All right. Mongolian cocktail. All right. Mongolian cocktail. All right, let's give it a try. All right. That's Mongolia, if I've ever tasted it. How was the cocktail? Was it good? I did good. Did I do good?
Lastly, Tuvan throat singers produce 2 to 3 notes at the same time, a harmonic skill tied to ancient shamanic rituals.
Mongolia became the powerhouse of Asia's widespread forces. For the early 1200s, if you died your own trade, your town got sacked by horses. A rivalry between these states had begun, the wars uprising. With the draw of the bow and going a la mode, the Mongol army aligning. The inception of Mongolia's empire was in the year 1206. After Genghis telling the Karayans that he's had enough of Tatar's antics. They poisoned his dad and stole his wife, and he done had enough. So he ransacked them with the Karen to help him figure out some stuff. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. The 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done. It wasn't all bad, other kinds of people could practice religion. Of choosing one and living to their own, he simply said it was their own decision. Women in ranks had all the power and men would practice fighting. The local law remained the same when Mongolians had played with the continent. A time for the turn tank when the bubonic plague came uninvited. As the bodies dropped, the economy stopped, the military was not delighted. They did love conquering and took more land, because the West was free. By launching dead bodies over walls and let the fires take the will to breathe. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. The 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. The 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. The 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done. Genghis Khan, where did you go wrong when the faithful plague hit the renegade and dropped you from the top? Whoa, Genghis Khan, yeah, Genghis Khan. The 10 Greek got above the sun and look at what you've done.
Fuck. Oh, fuck.
There's an interesting thing that we can learn from Mongolia that they showed us, and that is that government will use fear of diversity to divide and conquer us. Like, they did that with animals, you know? How that applies today, it's interesting how that was figured out so long ago. I want you to zoom in on my face really quick. Okay, yeah, let me just, yeah. So with that being said, fuck ICE. Thank you.